Hello, welcome to the H container demo. We are going to illustrate how to migrate a Docker container from scratch. First, you need to log into the AWS and launch two AWS virtual machines. One is x86 and another one is ARM. The Ubuntu 8.4 long-term support is recommended. We can just keep the default configuration of the Amazon machine image, the AMI. Once you launch the machine, you need to download the private key and remember to change its privilege before used to do connection. After we successfully connect to the VM, the next step is to do the environment configurations. First, we pull the hcontainer tutorial repository from the GitHub. Inside, first we run config this script. This script can help you download every prerequisite packages. If you are using Ubuntu 20.4 long-term support version, you should follow the README file because some of the packages is unavailable. But add the flag -i to the config script, the crew head will also be downloaded and installed. However, it may stop the machine, so we highly recommend you to download the crew head and compile install it yourself. After everything is done, you can simply check the crew head version on both VMs. Now we are going to do the SSH Cajun configuration. Our experiment is running on root because there are lots of instructions in root privileges. We are going to illustrate a Redis migration from ARM to x86. First, you can see the screen. The left side of screen is x86 virtual machine and ARM is on the right. We check the Docker images. It's empty now, and we pull the Docker images from the Docker Hub. You can check the image you just pulled. Then we do the docker run -cap -add all -d and -p with the port mapping. The cap add means the add all the capabilities to these containers, and the -d means detached. -p is going to tell the container the port mapping, and we stop the container on x86 machine because we're going to migrate from the ARM to x86. So we're gonna stop it first, then we restore it later. On the right, you can see that we are doing the Redis client. The Redis client is a client of Redis server, and we add some specific key value to the Redis server. So after migration, we can check this key value we just inserted to say if the state of the Redis is kept during the migration. First, we call the Docker popcorn notify with the container ID, no matter it's a long ID or short container ID, and also with the target architecture, the x86-64, for example, and we just successfully notify the process. Then we do Docker checkpoint create with the container ID, and also you can name a checkpoint name. In this case, we name it as demo-check-point. Then we go to the hcontainer tutorial scripts directory, and we run the script called recode. This script will take 3 arguments. First is the container ID. Second is the checkpoint name we just created. A third one is the target machine architecture. It will recall the checkpoint that just generated by Docker, and we recode it to the target architecture format, and it will generate a new recoded directory inside the /temp directory, and we just secure copy this directory to the target machine. On the target machine, we move this recoded checkpoint, the dumped images, to the containers directory and the subdirectory, the checkpoints. And we do docker container start that checkpoint with the checkpoint name, also with the container ID, and we just successfully restart the container. And we're using the Redis client to check the key value we inserted before, and you can see when we get the key and the value is identical, therefore it proves the migration is successful. Thanks for watching the demo. Any questions,